welcome back to Theme Park Wizard. Sorry, it's been such a long time since I've made a video, but very busy again. There was at Horror Nights last weekend. I wanted to film something for you, but it was all my bad. Sorry guys, my phone was dead, but I got invited back to Horror Nights at least 2 more times, so we'll see if I make it out there and I get some nice footage for you from that. But speaking of Horror Nights, our topic today is about Universal, and I have a new little series or type of video I want to make. I made a blog about what Six Flags can do to improve their park, and I'll make a video as well about it coming up. But I was thinking, let's try other parks. I'm going to go around at least the Southern California parks, and I'm going to say what they should do to improve themselves. For example, Six Flags can just in general be cleaner. So today's going to be about Universal Studios Hollywood and what Universal Studios Hollywood can do to improve itself. So let's get started. As you know, Universal Studios Hollywood is a small park. It's divided into 2 lots, the upper lot and the lower lot. It was originally a movie studio opened in 1912. And so it was never intended as a theme park, but then they started adding rides later on, and then of course became a theme park and added other locations around the globe. But because it wasn't originally intended for a theme park, it's kind of like it's kind of all over the place, you know? Disneyland, even Knott's Berry Farm, I mean even Six Flags has themed areas, planned themed areas. Universal, when they first started adding rides, there was the studio tours, the main attraction. They just started adding different rides based on their properties, mostly simulators. Luckily, since Comcast took over, that has kind of changed. Ever since, at least in the Universal Studios Hollywood, ever since the Wizarding World of Harry Potter opened in 2016, there have been lots of changes to the parks that are making small but definite unified lands. We're going to start over. We're going to start with, and I like, one of the improvements is I like this trend to continue, and Comcast seems like they are continuing this trend, and I like to share why. For an example, we obviously have Universal's Wizarding World of Harry Potter, which was the first unified land. Then we have Springfield. Remember, first they just put the Simpsons ride, replaced Back to the Future, which is just the Simpsons ride and the games. But then they transitioned the whole area into a Springfield area, so it looks like you're walking right into the Springfield, which is the town of the Simpsons, which is great. So it only one attraction, but still a whole land. I like walking to Moe's Bar and Duff Beer Garden. I love it, and I'm glad they transitioned that area. Despicable Me, Minion Mayhem, they have a super silly fun land over to the side of it. Another, again, a unified land type area, and they even have an illumination corner for me with the Secret Life of Pets coming over right across the street. So hopefully it's like an illumination mini land happening over there, which is pretty cool. Moving on down, when they redid Jurassic Park to make Jurassic World that just opened this summer, that whole area now is a beautiful unified Jurassic World area. The Raptor Encounter, Dino Play, and obviously Jurassic World the ride, but the rocks and the trees and the new paving stones, it looks more like a unified area now, which is fantastic. And in the future, will continue to be doing this. Nice minute. With Super Nintendo World coming to that corner of the park, another unified land. So I'm glad that Universal is continuing to do that. Now, only if they would make the Mummy or in the Transformers, of that area can be like a unified land, even if they have to replace those rides to make it a unified land, that would be kind of complete that area as well. Also, maybe the area around the Walking Dead and the entrance, if they make that a unified land, my proposal, because they have DreamWorks Theater right there, they have Secret Life of Pets on the other side. If you replace the Walking Dead with the indoor family-friendly How to Train Your Dragon coaster, that would make whole animation street, so to speak. Though we have animated properties, Kung Fu Panda, the How to Train Your Dragon coaster, Secret Life of Pets, and Despicable Me all in a whole line there to, again, more cohesiveness and things of that nature. But I am happy to say that Universal is improving with that. Um, so I am, yeah, I'm happy to say they are continuing to improve with that, and I hope they continue to do that in the future. We obviously know it's coming out through 2021, so hopefully with the 2022 and future plans, they continue future cohesiveness with properties. Speaking of their new 2022 plans, we're gonna go ahead and go to our second thing. The one second and third thing, but really the second thing is Universal, in my opinion, Hollywood has too many screen rides and simulators. Screen rides aren't bad. I mean, when done right, they're doing very well. But having too many of one thing is always a bummer. And even when I say simulators, I know Transformers is a flight simulator, but even that's better, right? Because you're on a track and you're moving something. So it's like they say flight simulator, but it's really like a dark ride. Screens all over the place. So it's kind of, it depends. It's like I guess it's a flight simulator. At least it's on a track. So you're not like The Simpsons and Despicable Me just sitting there going up and down, up and down. That is really boring to me. And I feel like you should only have one of those rides in the park. And this is also kind of critique Disneyland as well, with the Millennium Falcon and Star Tours. I feel like they're just too similar. They're both simulator rides, and one is interactive and one's not. So I know Star Tours is on the chopping block with the Tomorrowland renovation, so that should correct that problem. But still, one simulator per park, in my opinion. And so Universal is, again, Comcast and Universal are correcting that, which is great. At least they seem to be. Even Orlando with Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure, not one screen, all animatronics. And here in Hollywood, yes, they added a screen to Jurassic World, which works. The one in Jurassic World works because you can't really show the Mosasaurus any other way besides the screen. And they're so HD. I wish they would have placed it somewhere else because I liked the iconic Welcome to Jurassic World gates and they open up. But at least the screen does work. I just wish it was somewhere else in the ride. Not at the very beginning. But coming up, Secret Life of Pets, rumored to have no screens at all, which would be fantastic if they do. The Yoshi rides in the Super Nintendo worlds won't have any screens, most likely. Or if they do, just be in the indoor sections, but there'll be animatronics on the outdoor sections and indoor sections. So that's good as well. So Comcast and Universal, they're really stepping up to the plate of the non-screen based attractions, which is awesome, adding more animatronics and things of that nature. And again, for Super Nintendo with the Mario Kart ride, most likely will have screens, because, or at least augmented reality, because if you're gonna like throw stuff at the other car, you're not gonna physically do that. So that one, again, that's one where screens make sense, whereas it doesn't make sense in some other situations, like Despicable Me. I feel like that should be that could be an easy, nice dark ride, or dark ride with animatronics of the actual characters, not just you get to sit in a theater and the thing literally just rocks like this. Like it's like if you take one of the reclining chairs on your couch, you can make that's like the Despicable Me ride. And it could be vastly improved, which really sucks. Cause I really like that property. I really like the movie, the Minions, the movies. I love them. I wish they had a better ride system than they have currently. Really undervaluing the intellectual property, in my opinion. Same thing with The Simpsons. Can really cool dark ride, especially with the animatronics of Bart and Homer doing crazy shenanigans. Really, the simulator system really undervalues that property as well, especially when they built such a beautiful Springfield area around it. So hopefully they change those in the future, but at least for future rides, don't add so many screens. And this looks, again, they are improving with that, which is awesome. And my last really gripe with Universal Hollywood is just more attractions in general. Yes, it's a small space, but you know, you can be really creative and fix. You can add things and repurpose things and use multi-level lands like they're doing with Super Nintendo World, and SoCal Ever Pets multi-level buildings to more to get more space for your rides. And I'm glad they are fixing that slowly but surely. And when these new attractions come, again, no screens but no simulators but actual ride systems. And like SoCal Ever Pets is looking to be an Omni Mover attraction. Hey, which is a great. Mario Kart is looking to be a race car, race car attraction. Sounds amazing. And the Donkey Kong coaster and Yoshi rides are gonna be really innovative ride systems. Or Yoshi's gonna be an interactive Omni Mover, but Donkey Kong with the innovative hidden track ride system looks really good as well. So I'm glad Universal actually, literally all these points are doing things to improve themselves. Meaning these complaints should be going away pretty soon. Unlike, again, Six Flags doesn't seem to be doing anything to improve the complaints I have about those parks. And again, I'll get to another video about Six Flags coming up in the next few days. But, and my last really thing with Universal, well, again, I hope they continue adding attractions. Seem to be on pace for doing that. Hopefully for 2022 and above, they continue to add attractions, even if they have to take away a show or something. Like Waterworld's like pretty good space for another attraction. I think that one, it's time for that one to go. It's still packing a lot of crowds though, so I understand if it is going to stay. Lastly, Universal I think should buy, if they really can, that golf course to the north of them. This one's kind of out of their control because I don't think it's for sale. They've been trying to. That's enough room for a second park, and or even just to move all the sound stages over to there and demolish the back lot or something to add more attraction space. But anyway, Universal can get some more space, that would be fantastic. So what do you guys think? Comment below your thoughts. What does Universal Studios, specifically Universal Studios Hollywood, because Orlando has a lot more space, of course. They have enough for 3, almost 4 parks now. Lots of hotels coming in the pipeline. So what do you guys think for Universal Studios Hollywood, what they can do to improve their ride selection, the park in general, and where would you like to see them expand? What type of rides and properties would you like to see come to the park? One last thing with Universal Studios Hollywood, it'd be nice if they incorporate more parades, just like Disneyland, more parades throughout the main thoroughfare. But again, I feel like space could be an issue with that as well. Also the terrain, because again, like 4 or 5 banks of escalators separate the low light upper lot. And it's already very, very crowded during the summer, so then people may not be able to, space just could be a big issue there. But what do you guys think about Universal Studios Hollywood? What would you like to see them do to improve, whether their operations, their anything, food, parades, entertainment, ride section? Comment below your thoughts, and again, have a fantastic day.